Well, fun and games. I always say that I like to forget at least one thing, but how do you forget a whole sleep system? Because that's what I've done. So this is a good test of roughing it. So basically, somehow, I've not put the roll-up bed, the inflatable one, and I've not put my actual sleeping bag in the car. So tonight, luckily, I grabbed a pillow for comfort. I have the emergency blanket in the car, but I also have in the car a cheap sleeping bag. Literally one of the £5 things that you get from like Halfords. It comes with a set. So it's not big enough for me, so I'll leave it unzipped, use it as a blanket. I'm going to have just the other blanket on the floor underneath me. Hopefully, I mean the ground's hard, it's not soft at all even with this grass. So it's going to be an interesting night. I'll probably try and layer up whatever jackets and stuff I've got underneath me for a bit of comfort, and the temperature will get down to about 5 degrees tonight, so hopefully I stay warm enough. But you know, improvise, adapt, overcome. I'll get the sleep system in place and I'll show you what we're working with. So I'm usually in relative comfort, but we're just going to have got a couple of jackets on the floor and the blanket, and then the cheap sleeping bag over the top. My head's going to be the comfiest bit, but the problem is I'm a side sleeper, so this solid ground is not going to be great. No idea what's happened. Definitely pissed myself off a bit there. 3 ways to cook, but forgot your sleep system. I mean, like I say, it's all good training, it's good to adapt, but everything was loaded next to the front door, ready to go in the car. So I've either somehow dropped it on the way to the car, or I've just not picked it up when I've grabbed everything else. It's really odd. So yeah, is what it is. We will push on, and yeah, I think I need a beer now. Well, can't dwell on that for too long. Is what it is. Yeah, not as comfortable night as I'd like it to be, but you know, it's still manageable. I've slept in worse conditions, trust me. So we're going to get the stove out, make some food, and more to the point, we're going to crack open a beer. There's a bottle opener on my keys, but the keys are sat in the car, so I can't bother to go and get them. Just use a knife. There we go. Priorities. Cheers. Right, it's new gas, the usual twist on thing. Now I have got this spicy pasta arrabbiata. I might have that now, you know, and have the haggis later if I'm still hungry. So for this one, we just want to be boiling the water really. Now, you might want to say like, I'm unprepared because I forgot my sleep system. But because I'm prepared with blankets and sleeping bags in the car for emergencies, it didn't matter, did it? I mean, it's not going to be as comfy without the airbed, but I mean, if I really had to, I could sleep in the car with them blankets, right? So being prepared is what paid off there. Will this go on here? Is the next question. It's a really odd shape down there, isn't it? It'll be better in that. Now, that's the downside with these. Well, it does fit that way. There we go. I think it's because it's on a bit of a hill. Pour in what I think, because I can always use it for brews and wash it up, so it's not going to go amiss. I've only just got these mess tins. They look like the Yugoslavian mess tin set, but it's actually from Amazon. So it looks like it, but it's not technical. I don't think it's technically the army surplus. That should stay on there, hopefully. I want to keep that handle out of the way. Let's put it there. Let's try this. This could go badly wrong. There we go. It's definitely testament to encourage you to make lists and stuff like that, because, you know, if I had a checklist and I sorted that on the night before, everything was checked off, then I wouldn't have this issue, would I? Although I say that, I did prepare the sleep system the night before and it was all next to the bags, so I just genuinely don't understand what I've done. Somehow when I've opened my boot at work, it's fell out. Let's have some tea and then we'll drive down the road, because it's only down the road, and we'll check the car park and the reception just in case somebody's picked it up. Because if I open the boot from a distance sometimes with the remote, and if it's dropped out and I'm parking on a hill and it's gone underneath the car, I wouldn't have noticed till I pulled away. But will somebody else have noticed and picked it up? I don't know. Oh, wow, that's full. Take the oxygen absorber out. Usually they're like right at the bottom, but look how full that is. Well, you can get 300 ml in there. I do have a measure line A, filter line F. Can't even see F, it's too deep. Hopefully when I add the water it'll sink down a bit, we shall see. Stop drinking my beer because I've only had a bit, because I am going to drive down to work after I've eaten, just to see if that's there. There's a lovely fly inside that, but you know, it's protein, it's fine, it's only a green fly. I've got these lovely little disposable knives and forks. Not that I recommend them for prepping, but there's a chip shop near me. When you order any food online, they stick 5 or 6 of these in, and how many meals you've ordered. So I never use them, of course, because they're at home, so I use my normal cutlery, but I do save them. It's a free prep, wooden, might only be good for 1 or 2 uses at the most. Little napkin inside, but good little sets. It's always worth keeping an eye out for stuff like that. Them extra sugars, them extra milks and stuff like that at cafes, you know. Look after the pennies and the pounds look after themselves. It's not quite bubbling over, but it's boiling enough for me to have that now. So I'm going to cut the gas off, and then we're going to attempt to fill this with 300 ml. I don't know how you pour from this thing. Somebody let me know. I'm sure I'm doing it a worse way, but there we go. Oh, I had it then for a second. Can't see the F line. Oh, I judged that just about right. It's just above the F on the E. So we'll stir that around, get into the corners. And I think we seal that up now and let it cook itself. I've got loads of metal camping cups, but I do like a proper cup, so let's use a proper cup for this one. Here's the brew kit that we keep in the bag. Inside here we have water purification tablets, tea, coffee, I think this is, yeah, we're going to go for a coffee. British Army freeze spray or freeze dry or spray dry or whatever you want to call it, coffee. In there, lovely. Shall we take all our rubbish away with us, of course? And we have 1 should be sugar and 1 should be whitener. This is the whitener. The only downside with these army ration things is when you get the small packets like that, they're not labelled very clearly. Sometimes you're like looking all around it trying to find out what it is. Generally it's okay from the shape, but sugar and whitener, very similar packets. That's 1 whitener, and we're going to spoil ourselves. with some diabetes and 2 sugars. Oh, that's a pile of sugar. Oh, gonna be bouncing after this. Whack all that back into the brew kit for the morning. There we go, nice and easy. Let's get some water in this. There, perfect. Give it a stir. Coffee. Oh, lovely. Coswork's literally down the road. I'm going to, while the meal is cooking, I'm going to nip down and see if I've left the sleep system there. Cross your fingers. No such luck, so if it is at work, then somebody's put it somewhere. I can't see it on the car park where I was, so it's going to be rough sleeping tonight. That's a shame. I thought it might have fell out and I've just not seen it, but I haven't opened my boot anywhere else, so it is what it is. Going to be in for a fun, rough night. Have you ever seen such a straight road? This is Castle Howard. Absolutely love it. No sleep system at work where the boot was open, so it hadn't fell out there, unless somebody's seen it on the car park and picked it up and put it somewhere in the office, but I couldn't get in to see. So it might still be there, but not accessible tonight either way. I spoke to Mrs. Urban Prepper at home. She can't see it anywhere there, even outside. It could have been dropped outside and somebody's had away with it. That's the kind of area I live in. They wouldn't knock on your door, they wouldn't check if it's yours, they'd just have it away, no matter what it is. Lovely area in it. So it's not there, it's definitely not in the car anywhere, and she can't see it at home anywhere. So I've lost a bed and a very good, not cheap, sleeping bag. Hopefully it'll turn up in the next few days, but it's a mystery. Oh, they weren't kidding with the spicy bit. It's got a kick to it, like a peppery afterburn. It's nice though, but I don't like the pasta when it's like that. It's like that, like cup of soup pasta, you know, where it's practically slime. So I don't know, not my favourite meal, but it is what it is. It'll work. It'll give me 385 calories. Not bad, and we've got the haggis after to fall back on if we want it. It's a good job I have the prep stuff in the car. Also, if it got really cold, I've got a tinfoil emergency sleeping bag and a tinfoil emergency blanket. So it's not going to be that bad, but I think it's only going to get down to about 5 degrees Celsius. Celsius for our American friends. If I said 5 degrees Fahrenheit, you'd think I'm crazy. But yeah, it's going to get down to about 5-6 degrees, so it shouldn't be too bad. Leave some layers on, be all right. Definitely midgie season. So, just finished the live stream. It's darker than it looks on camera, but I'm waiting for it to go really dark before we can test the torches that I want to do as part of a video review that I'm halfway through, and then I'll be turned in for the night. I must say, it's a good little spontaneous live for an hour. Community's great, they really are. So it's good so many people jump on just when it's random like that. I really appreciate it. And yeah, a couple of donations through for the Just Giving. So closer to leg wax. Feels inevitable now, so I better get used to the idea. So yeah, I'll let you know when we hit that target, and if we hit the target, and that's going to be a horrendous live stream. I bet it's the most views I've ever had when I do that, because everyone will want to see the pain. So lots of people turned in already, that's why I'm talking quiet. But head back to the tent now. I've just been for a nice long walk around the lake and gave Mrs. Urban Prepper a video call. So it's nice, and yeah, wait for the sun to go down fully and test these torches. Haggis, like a lot of my tin stuff, is already cooked, so you could just eat it cold, which is always an option, but I like to warm it through. Turn that down a little bit more. Should put that over just to cover it a bit. I expected all that to burn to the bottom, and it really hasn't. If you can see there, just moved it to the side. It's not burnt to the bottom at all, but it is. That's pretty much done. It's hard to depict it on a video, but it's inspirational to just be in your own thoughts in such quiet. And I'm sure the wild campers out there have the same thing. The animal noises, nothing like that, nothing bothered me like that. But every time I do one of these, I wake up, I've got a million ideas. Every time I've done something to improve the UK Prepper Network, it's been off the back of one of these or something similar, where I've just had time to think. So I'm going to call that done. It's very hot. This stove been a treat. Hopefully it's not too dark for you to see. Haggis. I love my haggis. Now, so the UK Prepper Network, the idea behind it, kind of came from Midlands Outdoor and Survival and what they're trying to do, and they're helping to organise prepper meets up and down the country because they know the value of networking. It's not a show, it's not about one man, it's not about look at me, it's about networking, it's about meeting other preppers, because this might always be something we do, and hopefully we all have a very long life and die in our sleep of old age. But should the worst happen, I want something in place, not to support me. As preppers, we should be able to support ourselves, especially in the initial impact of the thing, whatever it is happening. But to help in different situations. If you're caught and you're nowhere near your preps, but you might be near somebody in the network that can help you get home. And more importantly for me, is the rebuild. If it's true to Teotihuacan, the chances of everything getting back to normal, like in 6 months and things are back on Netflix, are slim, right? We're not talking like a mini disaster or something that can every other country's fine. We're talking Teotihuacan, which is the end of the world as we know it. So if that was to happen, the rebuild is not going to be as we see it now. It's going to be small communities, and small skilled communities are the ones that are going to thrive. And that is the motivation behind networking and behind, was a big moth, behind networking and behind these meets and mags and stuff like that. And I hope we can get there. And if we don't, I just hope we've helped a few people along the way. My ambition is land, not just for me and for my family, because I would like to be off-grid. It'd be great. And a lot of people know that that's my personal goal. Mrs. Urban Prepper fully on board with doing that. But it's to have enough land to have a place for other people to go in that situation. A safe place, a haven. And to have a central point to then build that community back from. And everyone's got their own plans. Brian's got his own plans. Dave, the underground kingdom that we talked about on the scenario. You know, everyone's got their own sort of thing going on. But I genuinely think it could be a really good thing. And if you're surviving at home during the worst of it, and it starts to peter out and we start to get that, you know, natural begin of a lull, you know what I'm talking about, as people start to no longer be a problem, then surely it's worth the effort of getting somewhere where there's other like-minded people. We can but dream. Anyway, I'm going to finish this. I'm going to try and make some sort of bed out of the pile of scraps from my car, and then we'll say goodnight. Alright guys, 10:30. It's as comfy as I can possibly get. About that much of blanket, about a half centimetre of blanket, that's it. So, hopefully, get some sleep. Good night. Good morning. About 5:15. The crows, they're loud. But yeah, I'm up, I'm awake ish. So I'm gonna get up and get some breakfast on and then get packed away. Morning Cambers, about 5:30. I've just pulled all the bedding out. We've got some water on the boil, 3-in-1 coffee. I think it's just going to be a coffee this morning. Get the tent packed away and then be on the road. I don't think I want the sausage and beans I brought at the moment. Yeah, it wasn't a great night's sleep. Definitely that luxury of having that roll-out airbed was missed, but I did sleep. Every so often I walk because my hip was sore and I had to go onto my back, and then I walk because my back was sore, I had to go to my hip, so it was a disturbed sleep, but still slept nonetheless. I fell asleep a lot quicker than I thought I would. I think I put a video on, a YouTube video, and the guy's voice just drowned me out to sleep, and that was it. So that was about 10:15, 10:30. Yeah, probably about 10:30. And I don't recommend using a jacket as a mattress height to shift it in the end and just lie on the floor, because every so often I'd roll over onto a zip or a button or something, and that was like, oh, a sharp awakening. So, and I don't mind being up this early because it means I've got plenty of time to chill before work and get into work and have that shower as well. And their facilities there. Definitely highly recommend this little burner. I'll put a link to this in the description of this if I remember to. But if you want to see one or you want one, then remind me if I've not put a link in already. Oh yes. Oh, can't beat the first coffee of the morning. Right. Let's get this down, get this packed, and then we can be on our way. That's it guys, thanks for tuning in to another video. I'm not sure when we're going to get out again, whether it's going to take a bit of a turn now, but thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in another video. Goodbye.